Hi all. Today we're going to talk about what is chi-squared test. Suppose we're collecting data on favourite t-shirt colour of men and women. Where logic is going to sort of say that men and women are probably going to choose shirts of different colours, but that we could say that colour choice and gender are independent. Chi-squared test tests for this. It tests for independence. Gender here is the independent variable, and we can use the chi-squared test to see if their colour choice is independent of this. So the chi-square is a distribution, just like normal curve and the other things, the probability curve that you've been looking at previously, but it changes depending on how much data we have. The data is affected by degrees of freedom, but I'm going to do another lesson, another video about that later, okay? There's just a different distribution depending on the type of data there. So what does the chi-square distribution show? Well, when we've looked before, when you've been testing the probability, you'll notice the blue area here. This is the significance level. Okay, and to do a chi-squared test, you're usually going to set a chi-squared significance test on a significance level of about 5%. So this area will be 0.05. That's greater than chi-squared. Okay, so chi-squared is here. This area to the right is greater than this value. This area to the left is less than. Okay, so this area will be 0.95. The area under the curve is 1 because it's a probability curve. And the critical value, this thing here, is determined by the significance level, which is usually defined before the question is set out. So if we want to set a hypothesis, okay, so we're sticking with the idea of the t-shirt colour and gender. Okay, so man goes to his wardrobe, picks out his shirt, he goes into a shop, buys a shirt. It's going to have a colour. Woman goes to a shop, she's going to buy a shirt, it's going to have a different colour. So we start by stating that the null hypothesis, or in this case H0, is the t-shirt colour choice is independent of gender. Notice the language, it's independent. Chi-squared test is a test of independence. So our first variable, t-shirt colour choice, is independent of our second variable, gender. So the alternative hypothesis is that our first variable, t-shirt colour choice, is dependent on gender. You have to be really careful. We are looking at specific language here. So we're talking about a test of independence. T-shirt colour choice is independent of gender. T-shirt colour choice is dependent on gender.